Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Wonder over Yonder. Season 2, episodes 2 and 3. Yeah, it'll be interesting to continue this season and see where exactly it will go. I'm probably predicting a bit more story, a bit more continuity, a bit more continued storylines, but more I'm just interested to see more of Dominator? I kind of have forgotten her name. Okay, but anyway, she'll be rather interesting to see our outro, but you could have skipped that too already. Yes, yeah. So yeah, she was certainly really entertaining in the first episode, and I am expecting to see more of her. It will be quite lovely, I'd say. Well, without further ado, I suppose we should start. That's perhaps slightly too loud. But yes, indeed it is. That's a new section there. Interesting. That is completely new.
Coming soon to a planet near you.
Well.
Lord Haters, no planets left behind. Boomapalooza, the Galactic Destruction Tour.
Okay, that's pretty nice. I think I have used those stock images there. That's pretty awesome. But that's actually pretty nice. I do like that they are just using some, shall we say, rather that's a rather nice parody of just a lot of monster truck. I don't know, some other real life.
Show Lord Dominator he's not the only one who can destroy a planet.
Okay.
Thanks to Lord Haters, most diabolical weapon yet.
Nice little slip up.
Disaster Blaster 5000. Boomapalooza, the Galactic
Disaster Blaster. That's actually pretty. I do like this kind of parody here.
What did I say before the briefing? Nobody here is to ever use the W word again, or else.
Oh.
It's cool, peoples. It's cool. Look, as
Apologies for a second. For that interruption, let's continue.
many of you may know, I had a problem.
No.
An obsession with the W word. I wasted a lot of time chasing a certain.
I don't actually believe. How did I not understand what the W word was? I'm such an idiot. Yeah, this is rather obvious. What? Oh, goodness gracious.
All around the galaxy. But I'm past that now. And ready to focus on the important things. Like.
What was that sense? Holy.
Ruling the entire universe!
That was. It would appear that Hader has an unnatural sense for wonder. Well, that's actually a pun. I mean, I suppose if he's obsessed about him, he could potentially just sense when he's nearby. I think you have a little problem there, Hader, buddy. Yeah.
Really? Like this? What? I just can't believe after our long relationship, this is how you're gonna do it. When I pictured you destroying me, it wasn't all quick and cheap in some cramped hallway. It was special. It was gonna be
exactly why Let's just say, for the sake of argument, how would you make your untimely doom more special?
Well, for starters, location.
Okay, okay, I'm just gonna talk about this for a second. The idea of just like there's an maybe potentially an uncomfortable amount of sexual innuendos in that sentence there, or what Wonder just proposed. I like this. This is a freaking awesome principle. Like, Wonder's just like, oh, when I imagined my death at your hands, I don't want it to be anything normal or boring, just a shot to the face. I want it to be special. It's like, it's. I don't know. There's just something strange about the imagery of how wanting it to be special. Yet, so that Wonder actually has been probably thinking that it will happen. He has thought about that, huh? I mean, there was this interesting theory that Wonder is definitely not scared of villains who won't harm him. But if he has thought about Hater, that kind of throws that theory out of the window. But still, I don't know. That's awesome.
When you picture finally getting rid of us, where do you see it happening?
Wait, are we doing a, thing?
Or Wonder's just an awfully great at bluffing.
much doomier. Right? Okay, let's do this!
Are we really going with the axe?
What's wrong with axes?
Little old-fashioned, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. None of the cool villains are using axes these days.
Whatever makes you happy. Lava, huh? Doesn't leave you with much of a souvenir.
Don't you want to mount our heads on the wall or something?
Zap blaster!
Too quick.
Rider Beatles!
Heck of a mess to clean up.
Soul Sucker!
Doesn't really feel like us, you know? While we're at it, is that really what you're gonna wear?
What's wrong with my cloak?
But you wear it every day. Don't you want to look extra spiffy for when you finally get rid of me?
I mean, I'm just actually kind of surprised that there hasn't been yet, shall we say, very, very direct sexual joke yet. Like, don't you want to be a bit more prepared when you finally blow me? Oh shit, that's indeed it. Blow me up. That's what I meant. Blow my head up, brains out, melt my mind. Those are just. God damn. I'm so immature. This is still. Yeah, it's nice.
No.
Those are the same robes.
We're gonna need to see more.
Yeah.
Ready for the big day.
Oh. That's actually a bit better, but nah. Glitter dress.
Good, feeling bad. No more Wonder, here we go!
Okay, that's pretty. That's fun.
I hate to say that I love you. I don't know what that's doing on there, stupid shuffle. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, go!
Good.
Whoa! 1, 2, 3, go. That's all you're gonna say?
I do hate that. Oh my god, I can edit something fun out of that little that music gimmick there. But yeah, that is just. I actually surprisingly that they are actually breezing through a lot of these jokes. Oh my god, it's already 5 minutes, huh? What the heck is up with their pacing? This is actually really fast paced, but fun.
I thought this day meant something to you.
Oh.
Is exactly the type of annoying behavior that makes me hate you so much. Oh, you have no idea how I've dreamed of the moment when I will finally be free of you. It will be the sweetest, most beautiful.
Shut your mouth and put that passion on the paper.
Loathe your stupid, smiling face. There was once 3, now there is only 1.
Peter, this is the most beautiful, horrible thing I've ever read in my life about my death. We can't keep this private. We need to share this. No, this is Barry, this is Larry, and if we invite Barry, we have to invite Gary. Then we might as well invite Jerry, Harry, Carrie, and Sebastian. Oh, heck, let's just invite them all.
We don't have enough room.
She's right. We need a bigger venue, but I already paid a deposit. And to find a new spot this late is...
Look, you only get to destroy me once. If we're gonna do this, let's do it right.
Still getting ready for the big day. Get
This is I'm just honestly really flabbergasted at how much. No, let's just continue. That otherwise I'm just gonna be stuck here forever. Skilled. Alright, I should have perhaps muted this here, because there's this copyrighted song here probably going on here, so I'm gonna mute this until that's done. But it's a good song. You probably already heard the beginning for it, so it's pretty awesome.
Wander.
That was actually pretty. Yeah. It's a nice little montage.
Destruction of Wander. Isn't that the guy who said he wasn't gonna chase no more?
Wait, look.
Free cake? Wander, I want to destroy you more than life is.
Lord Hater, sir!
Nothing.
We're approaching the first stop on the Galactic Destruction Tour.
Oh, right.
This is a huge moment for us, sir. When that Disaster Blaster 5000 hits that first planet and it explodes, just know I'll be exploding as well. With pride.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you added that there, but... Okay, wow, this actually, now that I think about it, since this is just going to be a pretty huge diversion out of that, it is very likely that Wonder and Sylvia just purposefully wandered here so that they could distract Hader. Yeah, it's interesting, like they are actually, you know, trying to be heroes here and save a lot of planets. Possible.
Real big day.
A bit of a fourth wall break there.
Hater, it's bad luck to see the victims before you destroy them.
You almost ruined our plans. You made me put together this whole ceremony.
Well,
And we didn't even choose a method of destruction.
What are we gonna do?
Don't worry. I know just the thing.
okay.
Okay, everybody, this is it. Boom-a-palooza begins. Everybody? Gotta do everything myself.
Huh. Yeah, they did.
The Disaster Blaster 5000! What is going on?
That's gonna be a rather excessive deletion method.
Invited to the destruction? Don't tell peepers. Oh no.
Okay. No peepers allowed. What's up with those get-ups? Okay.
Hater, what are you doing? I thought you were past all this.
I am. This is just a quickie destruction. Or it, was.
But we had plans. We were going to spread evil throughout the galaxy together. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
What do you think, buddy? Time to jet?
Leave? But the ceremony's not done.
Wait, I thought you were doing a thing. But the wink? What about the wink?
It started as a wink, but the ceremony turned out so nice. Seems a shame not to go through it.
What is the point? Like, if it was so much trouble, I kind of want to die now. That's so Wonder. That's awesome. That's freaking great.
I know. It was just so nice seeing Hater enjoy something for once.
It's
Nah,
okay,
no.
buddy. Even though you may seem out of your mind sometimes, your heart's always in the right place.
I thought what we had was special.
Peepers, you've made me realize two things. One,
What?
you're absolutely right. And two,
Why are there so many romantic undertones here?
Sylvia, prepare to...
Okay.
They were doing a thing.
Are they actually all? Are they all still alive?
Ceremony sure went off with a bang.
You think so?
Oh, buddy, it couldn't have gone any better.
Freaking puns. Oh my god, that's so fantastic. I'm gonna take a break. Be right back. Boy, I was just. It felt good to have a little laughing. Just go and laugh for a while and just chuckle at the hilariousness of the episode. But let's move on to the second one. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. I do have few things to say about it, but very few. Also, sleeping bag hat. We've seen that before, but it's pretty awesome.
Good morning, you delightful new day.
That is.
Stupid, dumb, lame, dumb. Nobody cares about your trip. Oh, cats.
Jesus, that was actually surprisingly relatable. That's maybe a bit too close to home. Okay. Where is Wonder even showering? Is that like a waterfall? Oh yeah, this is perhaps a bit too extended. Yeah, it's perhaps a bit too long.
Thank you, sir.
Hey. Okay then. Come on, hold your jaw in place, bro. You could just... Okay, that's... Oh, come on, Wonder, just put it all the way through, huh?
100.
Yeah. Well.
Sylvia. Sylvia. Sylvia.
I'm
Would you like some delicious and nutritious breakfast?
Thanks, pal. A little bit. Right now I could use about 10 more minutes to sleep. Okay?
No prob. I totally hear ya. If my friend wants
That's-
10 more minutes, then 10 minutes she'll get. I'll just go and rustle up some grub and
Water.
ASMR, huh? Okay. That was actually... That's rather friendly now, isn't it?
Patience, boy. Patience.
I do get the feeling that Wonder would be a wonderful roommate or a traveling companion or just a buddy in general. Jeez. Oh man, yeah. Although I doubt anyone would question that, so...
Oh, sorry.
Bon appetit.
Okay. Okay, so even though they are not doing these actions in synchronicity, they are not completely synchronized. I do like that they are kind of, in a way, interacting with one another and that they are doing basically the same actions, but they are not doing actions at the same time so that we can actually pay attention to both of them. Except when they are simple things that we can actually pay attention. That's a minor thing about pacing there, but it's a rather important one. Because they can actually, as we saw in that previous skit, they can actually synchronize those actions rather well. Okay. Yeah, like that kind of synchronization. It's pretty...
Need some help, buddy?
No! All your breakfasts are bad!
Get some more sleep.
Get out of my way!
I'll do it myself.
The kitchen is the other way, sir.
I got it!
A tree that... Okay, is that still the same tree? Apparently.
You are here. Ah, this is so hard!
That kind of little questioning look that Wonder gave, that was awesome.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to hear it. I did it!
Yeah, that's one. That's great.
Is there a button?
Actually, now that I think about it, this is rather surprising. It's a bit surprising that Wonder is actually just going to eat an egg. I mean, I would have presumed that he was completely vegetarian, but... Or vegan, rather.
Secret word? Open! Open! Go for it, go!
Well...
God, it's so hard to get eggs!
Okay, that's... Okay... Oh, Okay, that is a repeated voice sound effect there. But I love that. I don't know what it is about that voice, that little clip there, but I absolutely adore that.
Now, toast. Because I know how you like your toast. Now, where am I going to find toast around?
Huh. What? I was... Uh-huh. Really efficient.
Freshly baked.
Okay.
No problem, my hungry little friend. There's plenty for everyone.
Not okay. Pretty awesome voice synchronization, sound effect synchronization.
Juice, juice, juice.
Where's the stupid juice?
Okay. It is actually kind of hard to pay attention to both of these at once.
Half full.
Empty!
And now,
Uh-huh. Wait.
poor Lord Hater. Wonder if he's hungry.
Really? He can teleport? Uh-huh.
Ooh, I'm so scared.
Oh,
I
but
better not
rather
steal
well
his
done.
breakfast, or I might get mauled by a squirrel. Huh, stupid nature.
Okay, that is awesome.
Silly goose, you thought a water glass, not a juice glass.
Okay.
I feel like something's missing. Perfect. And now, dear Lord Hater, please enjoy this scrumptious breakfast that I made for you. Your friend, Wander.
That's awesome.
Oh, thanks, pal.
It was no problem. No problem at all.
Wait, you don't have any? Here, buddy, you want some of mine?
No. I'll find some food somehow. Right now, I'm just happy that you're happy.
Always racking up the karma points, huh, Wander?
I would imagine at this point, karma that Wander has so much karma that he can die and come back as a god. Just, yeah. Well?
Please enjoy this sumptuous breakfast as a token of our friendship. P.S. The secret ingredient is love. P.P.S. If you eat this, we're best friends. Forever.
Okay, I'm now, by the way, yeah, I'm not interrupting his scream, but if somebody offers you anything that has a special ingredient that has love in it, you know, that could mean something completely different as well. I would not trust something that's made with love. Nah, just kidding, but you know, that could sound suspicious. I suppose it is an effective... Well, karma's bitch now, isn't it? Oh gosh! Oh, okay.
Wait, get back here. Sorry, I really need you to stay put and keep out of... Wait, where'd you go?
Okay. God, fuck. Okay, so I really dig this episode. Now, unfortunately, of course, Dominator was not in them, but that's not too bad. I don't that much mind it, because they are freaking awesome episodes. I really like both of these. The first one had so many I mean, it had so many moments that could be misconstrued, that had so much innuendo in it. It was just unbelievable that has passed censors, because it just... Yeah. I mean, there's nothing definitely wrong with it, but for a children's show to have so much, well, blatant, not exactly blatant, but potentially understood sexual reference, so many innuendos like that, it's just unbelievable. But that was really awesome. I really liked how much they do that, and how much they played around with that idea, and how many little tropes from weddings and all kinds of that you could call first times, you can just easily like have those. It's really nice that they played around with the idea there, and with the tropes and the kind of general conceptions and the ideas behind it. And I really do like how far they went with that. Now that's kind of really also this just shows the credits the creators that they really can stretch single concept to be a whole episode long without... It can be a simple concept, but it is really easily they can stretch it out to be 10 minutes long, and that's pretty impressive. And considering how simple the concept was, but yet how many different gags and jokes they had there, that was pretty great. The first episode, in my opinion, had a really immaculate pacing. It didn't really linger on any joke too long, although that's very much up to personal preferences. Maybe some jokes were a bit too extended, but all of them, yeah, they were brief, they were fun, they were awesome. It's great, and it also could show quite a few things about Yonder's character and how crazy he is, but how just how his most wonderful trait, his most positive trait, is also kind of a flaw in the most insane of a way. I really do like that. The first episode just really is a good episode to come back to this show. Or continue this show with. It's good. It's good. I really do like it. And of course, even though we didn't get to see much of Peepers, we did get few lines of him, and I do like that he's at the very least included in almost everywhere where Hader is, because he's an adorable little guy. And I do love how much naming skit they had to go with the Watch Dogs, and how much they actually played a part in it. And just in general, it also had a lot of references to a lot more other pop culture there, and that's awesome. I just really like all the cult references in the first episode. Now the second episode itself is actually a really good editing marvel, and shows how much the editing department has put emphasis on pacing and correct synchronization, because, as I said during the episode, it was a very, very well-paced episode. It had a lot of visual and auditive gimmicks and jokes that were supposed to be either that you could pay attention to both of the sides of the screen without any problem, and they kind of synchronized really well, but in those situations they didn't have either too many things going on at the screen at one time, or they were really easily understood so that you could, well, you don't have to pay attention to both of the screens. It was just an editing marvel there, because they did a lot of simple little pacing and editing tricks to make it seem that they were really fluent stories where they either played together or they both, you could switch focus between them. Now, perhaps a lot of the switches were a bit too rushed. I could say that that was a really risky move as well, because it actually would probably take up a lot of budget, because though it's not easy to do two kinds of animation at the same time, or do storylines going at the same time, even if they are done with a little more simplistic editing and or animating. And that was just very well animated, in my opinion. It was just really great to see how how long they were able to construe that little concept there of having the breakfast shown from both sides, and how well they played together and showed the differences in both of our main characters' lives. That's just, I really do like that. I really, really admire how much they had going on in that episode, and how many, just a lot of fun little gimmicks they had going on in there. It's really good, and I really like the swap in the end where they switched the sides of the screen that they were on. That was really quite creative, and I really admire how far they went with that joke. So yeah, it's two back-to-back really fun little really well edited episodes. Of course, I would say that the second episode had a bit perhaps difficult pacing to do, because it is, in my opinion, a really kind of a hard episode to pull off completely without any problems. And for the most part, they did succeed in, at the very least, doing an adequate job with the pacing, sound design and all that. But I would say that it had minor pacing problems, because just in general that kind of concept is really hard to successfully pull off. But I really do like that episode. Just in general, that kind of concept is really good, and I really quite admire it. It was really entertaining. I did definitely enjoy the second episode more, but that's mostly because it just had an immaculate synchronization playoff there. It's very well done there. And of course, I do like when with that kind of little visual gimmicks there, or visual kind of play trigger like that. So yeah, it's really good. Yeah. But I want to see more of Dominator. She will be quite entertaining. But this does show that they are still playing with the same strengths as the previous season, with having a lot of fun little gimmicks, a lot of episodes focused around a single concept, and stretching it out to be one, well, not exactly stretching, but making an episode about that, and playing off with that. But they might have some storyline continuations and start some longer line stories, and whatever they do, I'm certain it will be entertaining, because it is a really fun show, really quite fun. Okay, yeah, that's about all I have. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmu out. Thank you very much.